it's Kristen Kamato here. How are you doing? Today I wanted to share with you the cards that I've been making for Kendra's Card Challenge 22. Well, 22 is almost at an end, and perhaps by the time you're watching this, it has already ended, and 23 is about ready to start. But you know what? That's okay. Think of this more as a project share. Maybe you like the color combos. Maybe you like the sentiments. Maybe you like, I don't know, pattern paper that's used. But hey, we're in this together, so here we go. I challenged myself this quarter to go ahead and try to make a set of 15 cards for each month of the challenge. So that would be April, May, and June. Just sort of kind of got there. The cards are done. I've submitted the things, but not all of like the sentiments or things like that are added on all of the cards. I'll give you a for instance. Card number 1. They're done. The card fronts are there, but there's no focal image or sentiments. Well, that's okay. I can do that later. At least I know that they are done. For April's, I used the April 2026 Bonus Printable by Kendra. I used, oh, remember that pretty butterfly paper? Did I talk to you about that one? It's pretty darn good. I love it, along with some others. For May's cards, I used the May 2026 Bonus Printable from Kendra as well. My favorite one out of that one was this one. Ooh, Delali. Well, June came along and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I'll let myself be inspired by using the leftover pieces, the scraps I had from these two collections, and I still got plenty more to go, so who knows what July may bring. Sneaky peek, I'm going to do Christmas in July, so just to let you know on that. So here's a quick run through. I'm not sure what we may do exactly. Let's see. Let's think about this. Should we do sets 1, 2, and 3? So we can see all of them together? Sure, why not, right? Okay, so June, May, and April. All right. So card 1, again, April, May, June. There we go. I think we'll do it like that. Okay. Card number 2. April, May, and June. Okay. Look, I mean, pretty in pink. This one was fun because I got to do all the different kind of embossing on there. I did use the same embossing folder. It was an old one from Crafter's Companion, and just did each of the pieces. Now, out of the patterns that I picked, I did pick 2 solids, and then this is just that fun, pretty shimmer white. Yay! Now, on this one, in comparison, I just didn't add the space in between. I thought it looked better how they were all more collage-style touching rather than separated, but that's all right. I kind of like how that one turned out. Only reason I kind of put purple as a matte here, in which I ink blended, there's a lot of purple in here. I tried it with some beige, it just didn't pop enough. So the little bit of purple, and that is on some shimmer paper as well. Good times. Here's sketch number 3. Fun little butterflies. I didn't necessarily in the beginning, when I was comparing all the patterns, liked it with this florally one. But that's all right. I think in the end, it came out pretty darn good. Of course, the pinks. And then using the first set again, was able to go ahead and make something similar, but different. So there we go. Here's card number 4 in the various iterations, if you will. So you can see that there are some differences, but for the most part, they're the same. This one I went with all the different brown parts. I thought maybe I might be able to color some of these in to add another color besides yellow. Blues, of course, go really well with yellow. Maybe some oranges and reds to keep it in the warm tone. But depending on what sentiment I want to add, will really help with that. I'm hoping to turn most of these into birthday cards, honestly. I depleted my most of my birthday card stash with the June Craft Roulette card exchange cards that I like to send out. So I'm hoping these will turn into some nice birthday cards to use for later this year and into next year. Here is card number 5. Now, I temporarily tack that down, so in case depending if I wanted to stamp on it or depending on or ink blend it into another color, I had options. This one did the same with the temporary tack, and as you can see, I ink blended the back. Had just enough to get the lines, but I didn't necessarily need to do the whole thing. And this one I just glued flat down. I think I'm going to put some Love from Lizzie strips in here in a coordinating color, and that'll tie that together nicely. If not, depending on how I'm going to decorate it, some real thin strips of paper I think will work too. Here's card number, where are we on now? 6. All right, this one I did for a Craft Roulette submission. So you've probably seen this one before. Some of these going forward, I've managed to decorate up some a little bit more. Thinking of you, that could be for any reason, any season, anyone, as the posh paper lady says. But I like how I could use this one for a birthday card, even use some white Love from Lizzie strips there, and some fun glitter paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. Decorated the inside. This is temporarily tacked down so I can stamp happy birthday or whatever other message I may need. Now this one I kept a little different, but it's similar enough in pattern. I just kept the inside the same pattern, used the strips, the pink strip and the Love from Lizzie strips there to get that kind of separation without actually being separated, and of course a little bit of glitter for funsies. Card number 7, I also did this one. You might remember from a Craft Roulette one, but since it didn't exactly fit in with the palette, I went back and did one in the color palette. I liked how these came out. I think I decorated up this one initially, but I really liked how that layout played, so I made sure to copy it in all of them. I like the butterflies. Can you tell? Here we go. Got to use a new to me punch that I got a couple months ago, I believe now, so finally got to put that to use. I did it on the back of that famous silver paper, but just ink blended it blue so it coordinated a little bit more. I mean, but here's the wowza one, am I right? What are we on? Card number 8 now? Love that butterfly. This one, because it's up on foam, we'll have to hand deliver or get the extra non-machinable and maybe extra ounce stamp. This one I kept flat because you never know. This would be a great one to mail. I just love these butterflies, and I kept normally they can be 3-layer, but I decided to keep only 2. That is some mica spray stain that I had in my stash from Tim Holtz. So I loved how that all came together. Here we go, card number 9. Pick this up from it might have been a clearance sale or a trash and treasure sale from my local scrapbooking shop, and with some Love from Lizzie. It's a birch press design, and so I put that all together. I thought the colors, that blue Tim Holtz Mica Express spray stain with the famous silver paper, put that all together. I think that blends well, and the floral elements really come together. However, on these other ones, just the patterns, I didn't want to add a butterfly and a butterfly. I used some labels. I think they're meant for the envelopes, but I put them on some paper and paper punched them out. I think they added a nice little touch of whimsy. Okay, here we go. Sketch 10. Of course, a butterfly. Now, I did start with the silver paper for the background here. I did color it with one of my new Olo markers. Olo! A little bit of a pale pink, just because it was competing with this silver in the background. You can tell in person. I'm hoping it comes across okay on camera, but I do like how that one came out. Of course, this one, see, here's where I colored in that fun background. I thought that added for some neat color combos. I haven't quite gotten the idea of shading down yet, but I think it's okay because I just almost did like a strip across. This is a really pale pink. Sorry, I'll get you right there. So in person you can kind of tell. I'm hoping it comes out on camera okay, and you know, fun glitter. But yeah, I enjoyed how that one came out. Now, my snarky side kind of came out on this one. I used, of course, the pretty blues that I used for that collection. Milk every opportunity. I mean, the print does remind me of cow, so I'm not sure what card this will turn into, but somebody's going to get it eventually, right? Okay, here we go. Card number, we're at 11 now. Used a fun, I wasn't sure I liked this one at first. In hindsight, it does look very Minion, but that's all right. There's a new Minion movie coming out, so that's some good timing, right? Cupcake, it is up on foam, so it'll be a nice one to hand deliver. I didn't put any Love for Lizzie strips on there. I thought it might be just a bit too competing with the other pieces I have, but that's all right. It all works out. Now this one I did, but haven't finished it yet, but you know, and this one, really haven't gotten much done, but got the pieces on there, and that's okay. So they are in various states of finishing, but it works. My card stash is a-growing. Here we go, card number 12. Now I chose to do this one. The original sketch called for it this way. I just rotate it. The pieces are exactly the same, but the way with the colors, they worked. I think they worked together, but it was nice just to have a little definition with the butterfly and have a little bit of color, but still, you know, hey, thinking of you. Now, 12 on this one is a bit of a shiny paper. If I put it like this, the butterflies are a little upside down. I was initially thinking of keeping it portrait style and then putting something on there, maybe a bigger focal element here. I tried to ink blend around the edges to try to get a more cohesive look. This is probably the oddball one out of this particular group because of such the shiny paper, but you know, you live, you learn, and that's okay. Kind of did the same thing. The card can be either way because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do there just yet. Did kind of double layer that without foam for a little texture since they were all the same. I tried to ink blend this one just a smidge darker. Not so sure that that came out right, but we got close. Oops, got these ones a little fuddled backwards. Here we go. Okay, so card number 13, I did kind of the same. I used another Tim Holtz Distress spray stain, easy for me to say, and put that in there. I thought that with the butterfly background and a big neutral colored butterfly, because I do like these neutral butterflies that show up here in the card background, so I thought that worked well. Kept that one simple because I wanted to showcase the paper. Oh my gosh, pink, baby pink. And now this one I kept kind of to the same color since yellow and blue tend to go well together. Black and white, very neutral. I'm not sure what I'll put here, but I'll put something. Don't you worry. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Haha. I ink blending, remember, on this one for card 12. Whoops. Let me just leave that. Okay, card number 14. We're almost done, folks. Almost done. Pretty silver shiny in the background. I believe the butterfly paper and this one strip of orange was what the sketch had called for, and then you could fill in with whatever you want. I kind of liked how there were 3 and 3 of each. Some type of focal point on there will be very beautiful. Possibly something like how I did this one. I liked the 2 patterns split up, so I repeated that here. I did do a vellum background on that cupcake, so you could still see the pretty pattern. I really didn't want to cover a lot of that up. A nice big focal circle. I believe this one came from Crafty Al as being part of her YouTube membership. So I was able to die cut that circle out. Whoop, whoop. These Kendra's Card Challenge, if you have like sentiment strips that you like by whomever, say like Sassy's LLC, LV Handcrafted, circle sentiments from Crafty L, again Sassy's LLC, perfect way to get to use them up. And here we go with just a plain one I haven't got yet to decorate. I made a little boo-boo with calculation. I did these strips here in the one color and this one as more the neutral color for this kind of strip there in the middle, but I think it'll all work out. I can possibly put some vines or flowers, much like I did on a previous card. That might work out, but who knows what I could end up with. And it left it pretty open to be able to do it this way or this way. So I'll decide when I go to decorate that soon. All right, last but not least, card number 15. I think I love this one the most. This was a pattern that I splattered, paper that I splattered. It's been in my stash for probably 2 or 3 years. I liked learning how to splatter. Apparently I splattered way too much. Don't know when to stop. But all the colors were pretty. It didn't work for whatever project that I needed on. That's a lot of red to splatter, and it looks a little... in the right context, I think it would look good. There are times when it looks a little too crime scene, if you will. But in this case, I happened to give it a go, and I thought it paired very beautifully with all the butterflies in the background, or on this strip here, complementing the background, I should say. So I think with whatever focal point or sentiment strip that I put on there, I think it really pulls out this kind of orangey reds along with this kind of reddish maroon butterfly. Makes it stand out, so I want to make sure not to cover that when I go to decorate. Now this card number 15. Very different, but very similar style, so I think you can tell that they are the same sketch. Sending smiles across the miles, that's always a good, hey, how you doing? Or hey, you could always put happy birthday right on the inside and be good to go. Fun little jemmies. This is one of my favorite spots to add jemmies. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom. That's how I roll. Again, the famous butterfly there. It looks like I put jemmies in there. I did not. That is glitter paper in the background. I know, go figure. But again, ooh, this is a paper, I think, because it's a digital, I will be printing many times over. To card 15. Sorry about the blip. So there we go. Love from Lizzie strips. A nice little combo of patterns on that one. And that was card 15. Now, I don't know that I'll make 45 cards for the next quarter's challenge. But hey, never say never. Stay tuned and we'll see what Christmas cards bring us for July, perhaps August and September. So I'll keep you posted and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye!